Hi everybody, I am Jason, that is Brett, and on this episode of Brett's Brick Builds, classic slash vintage builds, got a set that we picked up here. It is set number 6671 from 1989, and it's called the Utility Repair Lift. So, now this is a case of we've got it, but we didn't have the original instructions. So we got a real nice print of the instructions from a website called toysperiod.com. And they have essentially pretty good copies of the original instructions in their archive. And you can go onto their site and print them out. And that's what we have here with this build. Complete, very nice color. Well, color courtesy of the place I used to work at, Color Printer. But overall, the main reason I bought it was not so much the instructions, like just the pictures of it. The whole thing looked to be in superb shape for its age. You know, it's 34, going on 35 years old now. But it's should be complete, and we should be able to go with a complete build using the previously mentioned instructions. What were your thoughts on it, Brett? Yeah, I don't know if they did this. This build has a scissor lift in it. I don't know if they did anything like that before they did this one. So kind of a first time, at least as far as in Jason's brain and to Brett's remembrance. First time that we saw the scissor lift style build. So without any further ado, Brett and I are going to get into this one here and get it put together. Again, the seller doing a good job. We've got all of our main pieces here, and then they separated out the components of the minifigure and the stickered pieces in a separate size, separate little baggie for us. So that shows conscientious seller. Usually you get something like that, you're in for a pretty good, what do you want to say, pretty good experience with the product that you bought from a seller. And this was just one I picked up on the Bay of E from a seller that had a good recommendation and good history. So I said, let's take a chance, and hopefully it'll turn out good for us. What do you say, Brett? You ready to go? All right, let's get going. And the first thing we'll do, classic work minifigure. Now this is still when it was just the yellow figure and the smiley face and the complete domed stud on top of the head. He has the classic baseball hat with the exceptionally impressively long brim. And I'm going to put him up here where you can get a better look at him. I know what you're saying, we've seen the variation on this figure many times, but maybe it's somebody's first time on the channel and they're just kind of familiarizing themselves with older Lego. So, let's see if I can get my lighting around here. That's probably about as good as we're going to get. I'll try to lighten it in post. But he's got the standard pocket overalls. No printing on the back in this time period, but he is set up for blue outfit, standard blue workman's outfit we saw many times in that period of Lego. So we'll set him aside and continue on with our build. Let him watch from over there. So first thing we're going to do is we got a truck with a trailer and then the lift on the trailer. So we're going to start out with the truck slash van, however you may choose to call it. This is where Lego has moved on from having the steel axle. This is where they started into the plastics with the, for lack of a better term, the pop-on wheels. Got a bit of a head cold going on, so I'm kind of doing some mouth breathing here. So apologies, that's picking up heavy on the microphone. I will also try to do something about that in post if it's a problem. 1x4 here. Again, older Lego, a lot more steps taking place. I mean, a lot more pieces going on, individual steps, as opposed to now, where there's a little more, I guess you'd say, piece here, piece there per step, as more of the sets are, the modern sets having, there's my other 1x4, 1x1 red. The modern sets having a little less activity per each step taking place. I think this is if I remember correctly, it's a 90 piece or so kit. Got these hook over pieces with the stud out the side, which I guess was a newer piece they had just made because they were using it in a lot of sets. Got a couple of clear lenses going on here for the headlight assembly. And we have a 1x2 red, or we should have a 1x2 red. Looking at that correctly, there it is. Blink. A couple of these 1x2 side angle pieces. Down here, making the essentially like the open bed cab of the utility truck. Doors, still in the time period of actually opening doors, which I'm a fan of. 1x2 going behind the driver, and then 2 1x3s there. And we've got our windscreen. The windscreen's got a few scratches on it. If you're a stickler, I'm sure you could probably buff that out to smooth using some plastic buffer. Your results may vary on the quality. When we get this all popped on here, I'll show you, because these stickers are just incredible. Their condition, I mean, they look like somebody who knew what they were doing put them on the other day, so definitely wasn't me putting them on. Brett can attest to that. Because when it comes to the sticker, I'm not so good. Not so good at getting them done there. A couple of yellow strobes. Top of white 1x1 round studs. Just to kind of lift them up, take them away from the yellow base, and make them a little more noticeable. We've got an antenna. Back popping between the studs. And our tires. Go ahead and pop our tires on. It's got the, I'll just say it, the more aggressive tread going on the truck portion of this setup. Up here where you can get a little better look. Hopefully you can see that sticker, there's no marring, there's no marks, there's no bubbles. Placed really nicely center. And this does, I do think somebody had this and played with it. It's just they took really good care of it. So it's always appreciated when you get something like that. Used kit. The doors that open. Got pretty good clutch on them. They're not sliding around or just flopping open there. Look at the front. Rear toe knuckle for the tow hitch portion. And that's our main vehicle. So let's go ahead and continue on with our trailer portion of the build. A little different here. We're going with the hitch 2x4 and then a 2x3 plate. And then we've got these fenders right next to each other, tying everything together. So on the back, then we've got these two 90-degree corner pieces, kind of setting out the base of the trailer here. We're gonna flip her over. We've got a 2x2 plate, and then two of the axles right next to each other in line. Now we've got, and this is an interesting setup here. We'll be able to see this in detail once we get it all the way together here at the end of the build. But we're going piece just jumped ship on me. Get that back together. Never had one of them come apart before. I think we're good. Okay. Put that there. The other one here. And then those closed. Got a white 1x2 flat across the bottom. We have two. Got this here. Look back here. I think I may have. And I did. Right here. This is a quick fix, so these on the back where I put the flat ones at. Pop these off quickly. Again, Brett and I jokingly say, but we're also kind of serious. The other channel would have just pretended it didn't happen and move on, but pop the right wrong pieces on there. So we pop that on this side. After I knock it off again. Having all kinds of troubles here, Brett. Thought those. One of the downsides of having aftermarket instructions, it wasn't real clear, but what I need to have the flat 1x1 reds going on here. There we are. And then I have these two cautionaries there and there. And then this is going to be the back of the trailer. There we are. We're good now. We're good now. Now we can continue on with the rest of the build. Got a swivel piece there, or a fifth wheel piece, however you may choose to call it. Now we gotta go to our second page of instructions. And this is, so we are doing 3 times. These guys going on to another one, so there's 1. 2, 2, a 3. And now we are setting. So they have to be stacked in a certain order, else the scissor part of the mechanism will not work properly because the scissors, I believe, oppose each other. And now we're going to build 3 more. 1. Oh, if that was ASMR, that would have been great. That was a good pop. 2. And then 3. And this side is going, I suspected, contra to this side. So put those on there. Can rotate our platform. Platform here. We will put that on. Then we have 2 roll bar guys. Red roll bars. You don't see a lot of those. Then we have these bigger, like handrail pieces, industrial handrail. They're going to have caution lights on them. And they go right under there. Under where, Brett? Exactly, under there. There we go. Good now. Now we can take and pop our wrench and our hammer in there. Got 4 tires / wheels to put on. And I'll be able to give you a get a quick peek for you to have a closer look. Sometimes I have trouble getting these plastic wheels on. I'm worried I'm going to break the little tang off of the. You got to give them just a little more pressure than you would think you would need. I believe the person who I bought this from may have had a cat, because there is a lot of little hairs in this thing. But so anyway, what we would have happen, guy would be up here on the lift. We'll do this. Get this up here where you can see a little better. When he hits this button, the scissor lift opens, just like a real one. I've been on a few of them in my time. And then what they can do when they get to a site, so he can turn around there. Then you also have these guys down, telling you, caution, go to that side. And then the trailer, if you would see it from behind, I'm getting this in shot. This would sit here, and then you would be all set for the portion where you let him, you know, up to fix on whatever lights or whatever he may need to. And then of course it can be towed behind the truck. Then these just both flip up. Drop that down. Get our man off of there. And he is ready to go. So, what'd you think of that one, Brett? Yeah, that scissor lift, that's a neat little innovation. You do have to make sure you put it together the right way, though, because if we go same way on both sides, it doesn't. They have to play with each other, I guess you'd say. But all the way from 1989, 34 going on 35 years ago, kit number 6671, utility repair lift. In what I would say excellent used condition. I believe it was used and played with some, not abused. Complete, all the pieces we had. I had my little incident with the wrong brake lights going on the wrong vehicle, but we solved that, switched it out. And we've got another classic complete kit here for us for our collection. Anything to add, Brett? Yeah, when you're, people ask, you know, how do I know to buy from? Where do you find these at? Just get on eBay and look around. I bought from a couple other sources, but eBay's just, it tends to be the easiest for me. I don't really do a lot on Facebook, so Facebook Marketplace, I don't know if they have stuff on there or not, but I recommend look at the seller's history. Look at their rating. Look if they if the kit is complete and assembled in the view. If it's just a bag of parts, I'm not saying don't, but I'm just saying take a closer look. Maybe their seller, if they got a bag of parts and their seller history is good, I mean, I think you're pretty safe. But just be cautious. A lot of times, even a kit that's complete, you may need to add 1 or 2 parts to. We got that going on now. We bought a kit that was allegedly complete, or in their description, believed to be complete, so they covered themselves. But had to find a couple pieces to complete that kit, but you should be seeing that one in a few weeks. But we want to thank you for stopping by. If you could go ahead and hit that like and subscribe for us, maybe ding the bell, all that kind of good stuff. We appreciate it. We'll keep building if you guys keep watching. I am Jason. That is Brett. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time.